What's going on, guys? It's Steve from the Warp Zone. So I wasn't planning on making a video right off the bat after my last one regarding the Wii U, but I just fucking have to get something off my chest after seeing way too much of this. I feel like I gotta put some people in line here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Uh, I got some beef with people in the games industry and the people who just mindlessly listen to their bullshit regarding Nintendo lately and how they're apparently fucked, how they're doomed and they're gonna go third party and they're just done. Funny enough, they've been done for the past really 20, 25 years, maybe even 30 years since the NES was released. But, the doom proclamations just keep popping up. People are year by year by year convinced this is going to be the year Nintendo's going under. They're going to make games for other consoles. This is it. This happens whether we have a sales bomb like the Wii U, and before you think I'm just going to completely defend Nintendo here, I will be fair and say the console is a failure as of now. I personally am a fan of it. I love it. I know a lot of people who do, but in terms of a mass market console, it's not the greatest. It's not doing as well, and there's a good reason for it. It doesn't have the same appeal that the Wii had. Anyway, I don't want to go off on a tangent there, but my point being, Nintendo has a console that performs subparly in sales. They're doomed. Nintendo has a console that lights the sales charts on fire, the NES or the Wii. They're still doomed. Basically, they can't win with some people. No matter what they do or don't do well, do poorly, there seems to be this huge obsession with people, particularly in the mainstream gaming industry. You got the Michael Pachters of the world, the gaming analysts, the third-party developers, and a lot of the people that listen to them, read their articles, play their games, and by association think the same way they do. It's sort of like some, fucking hive mind or something. Everybody seems to think alike. Basically, Nintendo's screwed, regardless. So, I'm here to tell you that I want to put things in perspective for you and realize, basically, since Nintendo has existed in the 80s, people like you watching this video who probably thinks they're fucked, you have been around since they have. You are nothing new. There's nothing new about your arguments, and there's nothing new about how fucking stupid and wrong they are. Basically, people, it's not going to happen. As far as Nintendo going under, going third party, whatever, making games for other consoles, it's just not going to happen. So, the fucking just stupidity and ignorance of those statements, when you consider the billions they've made off the Wii and how much they've become a dominant force with their software sales and hardware sales, especially handheld-wise, I mean, that baffles me as it is. That pisses me off as it is. But then, you get a subset of group out of those people who actually want this to happen, which just makes me fucking like, I have the ultimate facepalm for those people, and I wonder, what are you fucking thinking? If you people had half a brain, you'd be dangerous. First of all, do you want the last dedicated game company to go under and only make games, have basically no leverage in the entire games industry, and go third party? Now, if you genuinely like their games and are poor like myself, but don't like them enough to shell out the hardware, I could almost see where you're coming from, but I have one rebuttal for you, and that is Sega. If you think third-party Nintendo would really be better off financially, okay, it'd be better for you maybe, for your selfish ass, but there's a few people that argue it would actually be better financially for Nintendo, to which I would point to Sega. Is Did going third party help Sega? Hell no. That's why they suck now. Basically, their soul has been sucked out of the company. Have you seen the quality of the Sonic games lately? Have you played any recent Sonic games in the past, I don't know, decade? Aside from a couple here or there, like maybe Sonic Colors, the series has gone to shit. And that's a direct result of Sega going third party. A lot of their, core main developers have fled the company. They've been stripped of all their talent, basically, and their resources. All their leverage in the games industry has been basically removed. They've just become another third party to compete amongst a huge pool of third party developers. That is exactly what would happen to Nintendo. Their games would probably still be above and beyond most third party developers around them because they just have that other level of quality. But I feel the quality would drop a huge, huge amount, just like it did with Sega. If you look back and remember to the 90s, even though Sega had their troubles in the hardware business, their software was above and beyond most developers, with the exception of a few here or there. Maybe, Nintendo, obviously. Of course, I'll say that because I'm a Nintendo fan, so I got that bias, but Nintendo, Capcom, Square Enix, maybe a few others, but Sega was really on the elite class of developers, and look where they are now. That's what would happen to Nintendo. Those people who hate Nintendo and want them to go third party because they want them to fail, I would just say, if you really want them to fail and they would go by going third party, then, first of all, you got some unresolved issues, and second of all, think about how they would be competing with your, beloved fucking Call of Duty, 18, GTA 5, whatever else. These companies probably wouldn't stand a chance against Nintendo. So in the long run, you're really cheerleading the doom of your preferred companies. You have to remember, Nintendo going third party means they got to compete against your favorite companies. So what happens when they start doing that? Now I know I just said their quality would suffer, but even a damaged Nintendo, I think, would kick the ass of most third party developers today. That's how much I feel gaming quality has suffered in the last, decade or so. So basically, my main point here of this rant, this pissed off rant, is first of all, Nintendo's not going third party at all, so get that thought out of your heads. Even if they were going third party, as a Nintendo hater, you shouldn't be cheering that on anyways. The other thing I would say, by the way, is if you really hate Nintendo's games, why do you care so much if they start making games for your preferred console since you're not going to buy them? And if you are one of those people who is poor, likes Nintendo games, but not enough to buy the consoles for, and just wants to play their games on the other consoles, I would say freaking buy the console, or at least wait till it gets cheaper and stop bitching and stop waiting for something that's not going to happen. Because Nintendo's never going to go third party for you, so basically you're waiting for a lost cause. People in the 80s thought it was going to happen. Guess what? It didn't happen. So that's about it, guys. I just had to get that off my chest and sort of balance the scales a little bit from all the backlash that Nintendo's been getting lately from the less than stellar sales of the Wii U. And my cat seems intent on ruining my video. Cool. But anyways, I will just say that it's not going to happen. And my cat agrees. He just had to make an appearance to say that he agreed. So anyways, Nintendo going third party makes no sense no matter what camp you sit in. And if it happened, they'd basically, the soul of Nintendo would be gone and the games industry with it.